Nuke. So let's see if they can shut out FURIA's T side. This is the type of team who doesn't throw the traditional wall smokes. Yeah, they love just going through that top site.
Ugh.
Let's take a little bit of a look of how this one rolls on out and if they've diversified their play at all. Well, true to form, straight towards lobby. 1x bet odds at the top of your screen. They're favoring Vitality more so than that first series.
So does Art just dump his util? Oh, actually, there's way too much util for that to happen. He got Molly and Nade as well on K-Serato. I'm very intrigued. Shox is holding the tight line. If he just has the reaction speeds of a sprightly young Shoxy Jesus, might have a chance. He hears them coming and immediately falls off. He will be able to round the corner in time, but they have ramped completely. Will they descend to the low side? If they get into the site, this util is going to be worth its weight in gold. Honda provides. If they can just lock them down, the bomb will plant. They immediately swing the door open. No one's looking. Apex pulls. Masuta's dead, and Yuri has secured at least a two-man advantage.
Oh no, Honda took down Vinny.
Oh, Zywoo's happening. All onto K-Serato. A team kill from Honda. This has all gone horribly wrong incredibly quickly. And that's the end of that. Zywoo closes the case. 3 from Zywoo and a 2v4 from Vitality right out of the gate.
Ouch. That whole round there started so well, but there were 2 problems, one of which was the idea that they actually wanted to blow the door off. The HE from Art landed short. The door swung open from the CTs instead. I don't know if the door actually bounded the nade back or if Art missed it, but then Honda with the team kill took all the wind out of the sails, and Zywoo with another phenomenal CT-sided pistol right there. So Vitality off to a flyer of a start.
They reacted so quick. Vitality were down the vents and contesting before they could even think about getting that bomb down. Shox obviously good communication to enable that.
It is just crazy though that the CTs decided we're just going to swing out and fight like that. That's not the traditional response that you do see. So here we go. It's going to be an upgraded Deagle for Yuri, a P250 for Hondog. Guess we need a new one. We don't have Flame Dogger anymore.
Now we need a new...
New dog.
What do you reckon of the 4 MP9s?
I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I understand. We've seen, I think we've seen Vitality doing a bunch in the past where they go for more SMGs than rifles in these rounds.
And especially because you know Apex is going to be able to single-handedly monitor your yard. There's no stress with an AUG, especially on this anti-eco.
They can also farm a bit of cash extra as well if these SMGs all pick up the kills, and if they hold on to them, that means going into the next round they get a very nice bonus situation. Apex does love that AUG on outside. It was one of the things that we were noting with him. Would have been middle of last year, actually. Time flies. We've covered that. Shox pushing. The rapid fire there of the MP9 is enough to force Honda into a more passive stance, but FURIA, happy just to whittle down this clock. Sub 40 seconds. The first kill's about to come in for Masuda.
$1,200. Make it 18. Injected into Vitality's veins. Oh, and every MP9 is connected so far. Exactly what the doctor ordered. The one... Actually, no, Apex didn't even get a frag. It was all SMG frags. That's a dream for Vitality, as much cash as they possibly could. FURIA now with their first weapon.
Yeah, 3 grand total right there. The only way they could have gotten some more pennies out of that would have been knife kills. So you're going to say max efficiency out of those SMGs. And we talk about it here from a casting standpoint. I don't think it's even a huge priority when you think about them playing in the server. It's more just about winning that round. But it's definitely something to note, right? Because we're going to follow this weaving economy throughout.
Yeah, and it does have huge ramifications. How many times have you seen, you know, the impact of that Galil FAMAS excuse playing a part into it when the money does get tight?
Just take a look here at how many or how few smoke walls we actually do see out of FURIA.
Hello, Shox isn't ready for that. He's just so tagged up and so focused on this squeaky door.
What?
I don't understand. He surges forwards despite being tagged down to 18 and he's drawn first blood. Art strikes from main. He should just bide his time now. It's Kyojin on the hut. They will pre-fire him around the corner. Look at this. Shox is unloading his sewing machine. And now even more damage. Art tags him up, forces Kyojin into the fire. And Honda knocked for 6. That's a problem. And Art doesn't get to live much longer. That's a round. That's a round for sure. It felt like Furia's chaos was theirs. Vitality thriving within it.
What on earth was that? You could see it where it seemed like a rehearsed maneuver of some variety, but because Shox was taking damage, or at least heard the sound cue of Art dropping into main, he was thrust forward. Here's Zywoo at range with... this has to be the best gun pound for pound.
Yeah,
it's just so good, the MP9. And that's a massive one. I just said it was a bonus. They get that done, and they get to upgrade. So picking up some AK-47s... Oh, Kyojin only got a Galil. Well, one AK-47, and the Galil's still better than an MP9. And here we go again. FURIA love this kind of quirky situation. Art into the AK with the Kev, smoked off. Wants to leer forward, will push through, has some teammates with him, and Masuda's nade a little bit too deep.
Oh, flubbed the movement. He's not going to get run down. He's cool for now. And Art's immediately pushing further forward. He wants to challenge towards Hell. And Apex not ready for that. Big plays from Art, managing his angles well. And he's the only one with the AK, need I remind you. Scoops up an AK from the cold dead hands of Apex.
How are they going to do with these rotations now? Kyojin kind of stranded topside. Masuda's done well here to find Honda at the back box of ramp. And if they want to try and isolate Masuda here, they might not be expecting ZywOo.
Now this is something. Fully regrouping and receding. It's a question of how much info Vitality you're operating with. Are they assuming Heaven's still under control? Yeah, they're pushing now. This is going to answer a lot of questions.
Well, if they clear that out in time, Kyojin's position becomes even more powerful, right up here above the hut on the rafter. It is a tough one to clear it in the best of times. What's the priority? Is it going to be hut or squeaky? Oh, ZywOo spotted them. They're dropping back towards lobby. Kyojin's going to be on high alert any second now.
They're in the right place. All 4 CTs on the upper floor, upper deck, and easy find for Shox. Can't believe his luck. Now the smoke will be dropped. But just Vinny and Yuri left with the rifles in their hands, and it's not lasted long. It's actually Masuda who finds them both. Kyojin to put the cherry on top. Vitality off to the dream CT start.
Well, mate, the fact that Kyojin didn't even have to really do anything and he was in the power position, you can see when they've told him, these are the kind of spots from RPK's game that we want you to hold on to. That's one of them right there, right? We know on Overpass when we see him getting himself up on jail. So just keep your eyes on similarities there. It's really interesting to see a new guy coming in, and instead of letting him flourish into the player that he could be, using his raw ability and pushing it in the direction they want it to be. This is the curious thing about the Vitality project.
Yeah, it's one of the many curious things. The fact that you've also just kind of said, hey, new brain with clear fundamental and raw mechanical skill, I'm going to shut the hell up because it's Masuda's turn, and immediately has his ticket stamped.
You can see here, not a smoke wall yard again, just bodying through ramp, just straight on down they go. They're going to get the bomb into the site, and it's ZywOo to contend with here, but K-Serrato, I think he has him booked.
Yeah, he's on his heels. Quick on the tail, tag through the smoke, but should be an uncontested plant. So now with the bomb down, ZywOo waiting for backup. There's 3 CTs descending to the lower deck. Kyojin invents for now.
Only a flash here to defend with for FURIA, so it's the bodies that are going to do the brunt work of this post-plant situation. Lots of nades, though, for Vitality to clear out the close corners.
Big find. Apex on his way through ramp. They know the presence is coming. Shox from window.
Only one kit on ZywOo here. Need to get a move on. All they need to save.
Yeah, and that's surely going to be the cue. The loss of Apex. Not much more for Shox to do. Yeah, starting to look more passive, more caged, and yeah, it looks like they're not going to leave with anything. Vinny to finish the job. Nice find from Shox.
He could survive.
He's safe up here.
Yeah. One of my least favorite things.
Not even close, baby. And oh, okay. Okay. Ah, wow, the evasive jump conversion. We'll take it. 4-1, though. FURIA have broken their silence and done so quickly. Still, no, the yard smoke watch is at 0.
I'm glad that my brain remembers these little details. Like, oh yeah, FURIA, they just don't play Nuke like everybody else, which is really strange,
but
right?
Still succeed at a tier 1 level.
The fact that they've picked it here, right? They have to have some confidence in their T side, right? You got to want to walk away with at least 5 rounds on your T half.
Do you not, as Vitality, at some point just start exploiting that? If there's no one just sitting on the default holding yard?
Yeah, well, right now, nobody watching outside. They're going ramp again.
Yeah, and Masuda can't believe his luck. A free shot straight into the head of Art. Leading from the front lines in a quick react. ZywOo keeps it a man advantage to the good and immediately forgoes control. He's not interested in any of that funny business. K-Serrato has managed to maneuver down the vents, and with Yuri joining him towards this low site, Apex is going to be under a lot of scrutiny here.
One's enough.
He bides his time, controls the spray. It's Yuri next victim. Lovely play. Apex makes it 5 for Vitality. Just K-Serrato now looking to inflict any additional damage.
Oh, he does have a lot of time, and I don't think Apex is too aware of his position right now. Actually, just noting off of where Apex is looking, it feels like he has no idea whatsoever. Spotted him.
Oh, K-Serrato reacts in time. And now K-Serrato trying to piece this puzzle together. Gets himself out towards the rafters. ZywOo makes his presence known. AWP ramp as K-Serrato pieces this together.
Well, he will be able to get that bomb, right? He's walking around over to the railing. ZywOo's dipped more passively, but the problem is they'll get to window room as his smoke is starting to fade. So what's K-Serrato's plan here?
I don't think he has one. Shox swings open the door. Hidden for now. Good strike, not the transfer. It was just about in the realms of possibility. And then he'd have had the 1v1 against ZywOo. We could have been seeing something quite magnificent there. Denied.
eyebrow-raising stuff right there because, yeah, you're right, that transfer and then a very winnable one-on-one.
Yeah.
So almost enough. And Masuda at ramp's going to be feeling like he's playing a bit of a E-Rush simulator because it's not often. It is, like, let me really signal this for everybody at home. Maybe you're not familiar with Counter-Strike. To see teams rush ramp on a full gun round, that's counterintuitive. That's when you remember that Flamey clip from 2020 when he mows them down. That's what happens, not what FURIA are getting away with right now, but here they go again.
Oh, Shox is so ready for him. Art's maneuver falls flat.
Lots of damage.
So if Apex does fall immediately, that's not the case. He's managed to find another, and toes of Yuri should be an indicator of what's to come. I see a no-scope in the feed as well.
Where did that come from?
Not sure, but either way, Vitality having no issues. They're not really breaking a sweat.
This is getting, well, not blanked. There's a round on the board, but it's looking flat, isn't it?
If you compare, if you add that overpass CT side into this Nuke CT side, their defensive success is high. Very high. Yuri, 9 HP, hanging out with the Tech 9 and hanging out with Apex. He's not interested, slaps him away like a irritating fly.
Might, well, actually, let me just take a little bit of a look. I can do it. We don't even need to get it piped through to on a visual. Renegades have been able to get up to that 15th round. Scoreline 15-9 right now, and they are going into a gun round. So if you are watching that B stream, or maybe you want to keep a bit of an ear open to it, it is very, very close over there. Only map number 1, and FURIA here are taking a timeout. So a good opportunity for Gary to get on the mic, maybe to talk through a bit of their game plan. To note, they are getting this vent control. So if you're looking for one positive for FURIA right now, they are getting a man down the vent, but I don't think it's forcing the rotations in the way that they would be hoping it to do so.
Are they doing it? I mean, they're doing it loud and proud, right? So that's the whole idea, is that they know K-Sorato's got his bottom down, and that should be forcing rotates, but it seems that in the absence yard, usually that's a component of the doubt.
Yeah, right, because when we talk about the smoke walls, the idea is about getting players down secret. Getting down vent, if you get more than one player down, like how are you getting...
You know? Like, why aren't you just throwing them occasionally?
Well, it's FURIA. They just do things different, right?
Yeah.
I can't actually explain it, but I couldn't explain any of their gameplay.
Oh, and Zywoo's gone and taken an early AWP fight. Hut, this is something else. Again, down the vents. Zywoo will have heard that. Now, the bomb wasn't with them. Art's lost a bit of health. He's lost a whole lot more now, and this is getting silly, Chad.
Yeah, this is making this Nuke pick look very, very strange, right? It's a map that they're clearly comfortable playing. You wouldn't have picked it otherwise, but it's just a horrible start. This should be 7-1. 5 players alive. Look, there's nobody over towards ramp, but ramp's not a bomb site. Have a smoke and a molly. Honda's been having a rough game of it here. He's been tasked with normally holding onto that ramp position. Currently sitting at 1-7, and Shox... Well, he's parked the bus now, so they can't even pivot back towards that heaven route.
Apex is so ready. Real power position he's holding here as well. It's just that headshot, one click, and one frag. Honda's gone. There we have it. Yuri putting up a bit of a resistance. He'd love to get that bomb down.
Plant would be great here. Points an eye, bullets through the smoke. He will get it down. That's great for the economy, but how many more kills can he get?
That's the question. Zywoo's his next victim if he just puts a couple of bullets through the door. Kyojin's low. Nice find. Shox through the smoke. Will catch him. Vitality 7. FURIA just the 1. And you were talking about that Renegades Na'Vi game, a B-stream update for you. It does look like Inferno is going the way of the Renegades.
No way. That's wild. Absolutely wild scenes. Another timeout being taken here and another FURIA timeout. So... whew, absolutely wild. Just this just goes against everything that you know as a Nuke viewer, right? I spoke about the ramp rushes before. It's just really strange because you see like CT meta has almost shifted on this map because of Nuke walls, whereas you aren't seeing that interplay right here. And let me kind of explain that a little bit more. Because Ts have utility down to such a point that it feels like they can take control of yard, they can get warehouse control, they can pressure secret, they can pressure around ladder. What that's been changing in the CT side of meta is more lobby aggression, right? You see the ramp pushing with an AWP, or you see Hut pushing once they know they've lost secret. It's looking very glum over there in the FURIA camp. Here we go.
Yeah, I misread a message there. I think the game's still underway.
Oh, okay.
Sorry for baiting you there, everyone. Misread a message. Thought it was over.
We're not in the future.
We're not living in the future.
10.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Australia's celebrating.
It's my fault.
They're popping off the fireworks. It's kind of a smoke wall yard.
It kind of counts, I guess, too. And does obscure vision. They're going for this boost. This is actually a bit of a signature move of FURIA's, and there's nothing to report on rafters. And it's worked out wonderfully. Shox, lot to deal with here. The whole squad coming towards this top site. Yuri's managed to slip the net. He's coming around. He opens up the account. It's looking great for FURIA. And that's the easiest round we've seen from the T side. A top pop. Boosting at that T vent. Beautiful stuff.
So this is something that Vitality have to start dealing with now, because it wasn't just to drop down the vent and try and deal with the rotations. It was, there you go, they did win it, 16-10. So you were just in the future. And look how fired up Alistair is. All right, all right. That's a huge scalp to take right there. Just the first map. And
see, he's also a big proponent of the gaming pillow.
Yeah.
I recommend it to a friend, the back support, and it's even on brand. So congratulations to them. That's exciting. That's over on the B stream.
See how that series goes.
Look at this.
Top rush.
Straight out, no contest. There's someone on the rafters. He stabilizes a little. It's Kyojin with the impact. Finally, Honda puts him down, but it's all
team
over.
Kill.
One through the smoke. May not be that much to write home about. Masuta finishes it off with ease, and Vitality straight back to their winning ways.
Bit of a giggle there. I think that's either Apex or Shox having a laugh about how things transpired there, but this is quick, right? This is very, very quick stuff. And this is what we expect when we have FURIA in the server, but now they have to go back to the drawing board. The top late pop off KSRL's pick work, the hard in, not so much. I just don't know. When you don't play the traditional style of Nuke, it's going to be very difficult. You're hoping that you can break that CT-sided economy. That's the only way you're going to be mounting some rounds. Well, he's brought out the AWP.
Okay.
Someone dropped that for him. Vinny dropped that for him. And is left with only a deagle.
Door is just perpetually open.
And he's not even taking the AWP to where you would expect to see it. Yard. Oh, Masuta pushed up. AK's going to get dropped there. Honda down. And a 4v5 yet again. FURIA just on the receiving end of this.
Yeah, Vitality is speedrunning this upper bracket. Carrying that same form we saw in the play-in.
Well, winner of this will play winner of that other game we just showed you, Na'Vi versus Renegades. And then winner of that is straight through to the playoff bracket. They have to play one more game, but that's just for either semifinals or quarterfinals.
I mean, Gambit and Na'Vi, top seeds from their respective groups. If Renegades come in as the wild card play-in qualifier and put Na'Vi into the lower bracket of a tournament Simple has stated he expects to be in the grand final of.
Yeah, the context there, isn't it?
It's just flaming hot Cheetos.
Great utility usage here. Apex just pops his head up the vent, drops another smoke, delays another 18 seconds off the clock here in the top defense of Shox, Kyojin, and now Zywoo in heaven is looking very, very tidy. And here they come. They're about to creep on out. Zywoo's even dropped into the side. They're more than ready for this one, Alex.
Yeah, should be Art's frag any day of the week. He's missed his shot. Shox won't. Oh, and they're all lined up for him. Does well to find a frag and the tag, of course, onto Art. The flank is coming in thick and fast. Zywoo keeps him at bay. And Masuta to twist the knife. One into the spine. Yuri looking for a reload, won't even get a chance. Big finds, and Masuta having quite the half here. He was a bit quiet over on overpass. It wasn't necessarily required. Now he's back in business.
Yeah, and it's good to see, right? It's good to see. This is just continuing to reinforce, or I guess to be a learning experience for Vitality on LAN, and for us from some of the positives we were seeing them online. To take a player like RPK out, I'm sure you've all heard the discussion time and time again, but it's not easy. He's a LAN veteran. RPK is one of the old boys who's been doing this for the better part of 10+ years. To bring in Kyojin, we were prefacing the amount of maps. He's had 5 LAN maps now, Alex, and all have been this week. So all of his LAN experience for Kyojin has been this week, and he's only felt victory. So that's going to feel quite nice.
You want to see his performance at IEM Cologne? Just check his LAN stats.
All right, third timeout for FURIA here in the first 11 rounds of play. And
Gary's going to say something. He's going to go on the mic. He's just going to say, boys, and I can't believe I'm saying this.
But I want to throw some yard smoke.
Maybe all 3 of them.
But Gary, I don't know.
We just buy them and die with them. It's much better.
Well, that's the thing. It's at this point, if it's not part of their repertoire, I don't think it's not well rehearsed. So at that point, what are we doing?
No, I'm with you. It just gives you, that main player that only looks at the drop-off from main roof might have to be a little more concerned with the potential of red, you know?
They have to worry about somebody going down secret.
That's precisely, but not to be. Here we go. We're cooking with gas again towards the inner side of the map.
Okay, well, out Squeaky and down the vent. So Art's gotten what he wants. Now what's the rotation look like? Apex has dropped lower. He's willing to deal with that. He's actually in swing right now, so setting Masuta up for a little bit more aggression again. But the fact that Art has control of the lower halls means diddly squat.
You have to make a sound cue at some point if you want to leave that part of the map.
Yeah, this used to happen. I remember when I was watching 100 Thieves that JKS would get lower control, but he'd just get window room and they'd just leave him to his own devices. So hoping that Art can pull a bit of a rotation here. They're spamming now, and Art's actually made his way into the bomb site. He does not have the bomb, and they're hoping that he can find an entry here. Now, Apex doesn't look aware. That spamming has done the job.
Completely masked the sound. It's enabled Art to have the element of surprise here. Apex, loud. Art, aware. And Masuta about to turn the corner into a back. Oh, Lord almighty, nearly 3! Cesarato bleeding out of his ears. He's managed to find the frag at least to keep us in contention.
Well, if they go heaven, this would be perfect.
Yeah, especially with the info Yuri has.
Oh, the timing. Kyojin might stop this.
The bomb carrier, just in time. He stops them in their tracks. Art recovers it, but now Rock in a hard place. Big find from Yuri on that vent rotate. That will deny that. Aware of lobby as well. Kyojin is advancing. Kit on his back. Bomb now down. So Zywoo, he's actually not opting for secret, so it's going to be a timing thing. And in fact, he's made it very clear where he's coming from. Molly's the close corner, enables Kyojin to be aware of that possibility as well.
Yuri heard that. He knows that Zywoo's... Oh, Zywoo faked the steps. He's coming back up. Gap in the smoke.
Yeah, something for Yuri to work with. So they cross, coming behind, and Furia will find another. Now we're talking. Top site again, successful for Furia.
Okay, finally being able to do something with the rotations there, and that was all through masking the sound, Art swinging open the door, and being able to make his way all the way up and flank onto Apex. Because if Apex doesn't die in that situation, Masuta's gotten 2 kills. Things are looking very, very good.
Yeah, all of that hard work and like spamming and the thought process involved could have just been completely ripped out by Masuta if he just finished off Cesarato. Not that we can expect that out of him, and Vitality clearly feeling a little bit of additional pressure now.
Yeah, things could actually get started for Fury here. Now, it was feeling flat because these vent drops weren't netting them a whole lot, but now you take a little bit of a look at the money situation on the left-hand side of your screen. Bottom of the barrel economy right here for the French. They can make this one work, they can purchase on in, but if they don't win this round, Furia very well might get themselves a 9-6 half, which I think they'll be happy with, very happy with.
Yeah, I mean, you can see some sacrifices already being made in that lower side of your screen.
Oh, alligator for Kyojin, all right. 5-7 for Apex. It's a last-ditch attempt. Shocks even with a deagle. If they can
looks quick.
This one, yeah, it'd be nice.
Art, no molly to stop him. Flash is sure, but he's in. Straight to the top side. Kyojin looking to do some damage with the shoddy. They're opting towards ramp now instead. It's Masuta who can't believe they're back, knocking on his door.
Kyojin's dead now as well.
This is shaping up nicely. Furia, through sheer persistence.
Yeah, exactly that. I think they've cracked this nut.
Yeah, that's exactly how it feels. Like they just kept banging their head against that door and eventually it cracked.
Well, this is the thing, right? If you're Vitality, at some point, you would have to be expecting something different, but that just hasn't been the case. The fact that they have so much utility to get them out squeaky, to give them the chance to look for those entries or drop down the vents has started to net some profit. Apex and Shox looking to save what they have. And the money situation, well, you consider next round the loss bonus only going to be 1,900. That's Furia looking very good for a 5th. So even though they've rinsed through 3 of their timeouts, Furia have been able to make it work. I think if you're Vitality, after the way this half started and knowing what type of rounds that you're losing to, you'd want to at least get to those double digits of 10. There you go, bomb goes off. Not getting too loud over there in the Brazilian camp just yet, but I'm sure if they get the next 2, the decibels will be raised. So yeah, now you can really see the ramifications of all of this. 2K for Kyojin, 1.9 for the likes of Apex, Zywoo with 2.1.
This is going to be a very telling sign now. Like, I mean, Apex just an M4, a deagle for Shox. If Furia can just keep this clean, they're going to have a double thumbs up from Coach Gary and from Furia fans around the world.
A bit more presence towards Yard here. Apex is pushed up close and he might get a kill or 2.
Yeah, bit of a mix-up. 2 players going Yard side. And now they strike. Apex was ready. Cesarato, the unknown entity, striking from short. Short, we try again. Squeak. Leaves me at 3v3. So Apex has managed to make that single weapon actually a threat.
Onto's lower, so's Vinny. That's the bomb. Cesarato, they know he was over towards lobby here, and there's nobody to deal with that. Apex is coming through ramp. He's going to have another fight. Is he ready for this one? Yes, he is.
God,
Apex.
Now a weapon lies idle. That could be recovered. Bomb ticking. No kits. They might just play the saving game again, but he's managed to make a lot out of a little there.
It's a 3v2. Surely they're considering this one.
Bomb ticking. Uncertainty brewing. Vinny's had a quiet one, as has Honda, the two bottom fraggers for FURIA now.
Have to go now, there's no kit.
Here comes the pressure. Vinny reveals his location, and Vinny fills the feed with the necessary.
Now it looks like save was the better option, right? It really, the fact that they didn't, be quick about that retake, they played it very, very slow without a kit. They could have walked away with AKs on everybody. Now it's just Apex, and this buy for the final round here within the first half, not going to be fantastic. It'll be a buy, but it won't be perfect. And imagine closing the half after what was FURIA getting bruised and battered with a bunch of consecutive rounds.
It was, what, 7-1 at one point? Now we stand 9-5. Art whipping out that Krieg. He's trying to make it work, and again, we're going to be seeing that pair heading over towards Yard. Different setup already. It looks like Apex might be going for an early secret play.
Zaru's ready.
Yeah, I can't believe his luck.
Might have a chance. Oh, what?
No one's main. No one's main. Shox is normally there. This time he's been plucked from the rafters. They'll know there's another on site. Kyojin typically there as well. Process of elimination. FURIA looking for the elimination. Here comes Kyojin. Next victim. And it's just all brown on blue in the feed. A chance for Apex. Short-lived. We've got ourselves a 9-6 half, folks. Unless Masuta trying to change the dialogue, and he's done so quickly. K-Serato's the only healthy one. He can't adjust in time. 9-6, FURIA make a half out of that. It looked like the defense was too tough. We'll take a quick break, but FURIA looking to recover and stay competitive on their map pick.
Hey Future Pros! Took the private jet to Nuke today to give you a flash for the A side. This flash will help your team greatly. First, make sure you shoot out this window. To do this flash, get into this corner just outside of T-spawn. Aim above the third window in the middle of the white metal cladding. Then run forwards and jump throw the flash as you get into the center of the window. A site is a complex site, so this flash won't blind everybody, but it certainly will help. Good luck, as you're gonna need it.
third day of play at IEM Cologne 2021. The players playing from exactly their beautiful view, but locked inside to compete for a $1 million prize purse. This is it. We've got ourselves Vitality and FURIA. We're into our second map, and it did look like it was just going to be a walk in the park for Vitality. FURIA, however, recovering 4 consecutive rounds at the tail end of our Nuke half. And now we've swapped sides. Vitality's turn to demonstrate not only what an outside smoke looks like, but also what their T side can offer.
Yeah, this is going to heat up, I think. There's a bit of life in this game now, a 9-2 to a 9-6. You're going to be happy with that if you are the Brazilian campaign, and oh, dearie me,
I'm sorry,
the Julies are out again.
Sorry, mate. I'm sorry I had to see it.
Oh, 1xBet odds favouring Vitality here still. FURIA have been blown out a little bit wider. Now, we'll keep our eyes on Vinny, because we haven't been impressed with the Julies. Maybe he can change that
There is an
tune.
exception to the rule, Chad.
Top hut.
That's the one.
Here we go. The flashes are going to be coming on through. There's smokes as well. And postures in the lobby right now are Vitality.
He has got probably the most expensive set you can have for a pistol round. Kevlar and the Julies.
Thank you very much, Quesarado.
Flash will come through. He's not going to be caught by that, so there's a real world where Vinny can do some damage here. Readies himself and starts to unload a good first. The Cowboy pistols barely get the job done, but it looks good enough. It's Apex, last man standing, and woo-hoo-hoo, looking very stylish as they even attempted to go and close that gap with the knife. Okay, FURIA will take the pistol, and this gap is going to close fast, Chad.
Yeah, so there's 2 choices right now for Vitality. Force buy, get into the Deagles, get the scouts out, get all that good stuff, and try and push against the lower buy of FURIA here, or take the save and buy in the next. Well, as you can see, bottom left-hand side of your screen, it will be that purchase. 3 Tech 9s, a P250, a Deagle, bit of utility. Check this one out, ladies and gentlemen. You haven't seen one of these in bloody 16 rounds of play. It's going to be the classic smoke wall.
Okay. Guy was going to line up the perfect. He can still throw it. He's still got the lineup, and they're blown off the door for him. But here we go. Yuri to contend with the yard. And they're down secret uncontested. So things get interesting now. If Yuri wants to go for a fast flank, I'm intrigued by his maneuver. No ops for main instead. Arcs down the fence and finds Apex. There's more where that came from. That was just the tail of the snake. Vinny confirms they're swinging doors. A big, solid shutdown from FURIA, and it seems there's absolutely nothing to celebrate for Vitality into the second.
Yeah, this is a force buy that's fallen flat. No kills so far, no plant. Now, this is the way that things started for them on Overpass. They were 4-0 in the hole. Kyojin comes in with 3 massive Deagle kills and an AK to follow. And they're able to get their T-side campaign going when FURIA's money's on the rope. So this, at this point, you spoke about that gap. Without a massive calamity, I'd say FURIA would have to unplug their monitors, keyboards, take their headsets off, and walk away from the PCs for the next round for Vitality to win it, because it should just be those Glocks. Shox goes down. Quesarado didn't take the Deagle. I don't think he got there in time. It didn't look like he picked it up. Regardless, I think it's going to be of too much consequence right now as
you watch this come down to a 1v1 and he whips out his Glock and dings him.
CT side of Glock, it is a classic. He does it.
Shh, 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 shh.
All right. Well, what
Speaking of Glocks, you know, actually there's a fair few on the opponent's forces. Let's see if this one gets fired. We've got 3 Desert Eagles, and it does look like there is going to be an air of pace, or at least to the start of this one. They open up the door and set Shox up for a shot. Doesn't connect. This is one of the few opportunities they'll get to inflict an early shot.
Kyojin right there respecting his elders. Age before beauty, I think that as he opened the door for Shox to try and profit. I think the art of holding the doors open for people is gone now.
Dude,
I don't think anyone wants to touch the doors.
I just followed, yeah, that's true. I followed an Instagram account just out of morbid curiosity, which is like etiquette lessons.
Okay.
And they're all just like, you know, pretentious rich people showing you how your which fork you should use.
Yeah.
But it's really insightful. Like I've been going upstairs with women all wrong. Apparently, there's a whole procedure I'm supposed to take. There's a procedure.
Okay.
But it's very insightful, and we get 9-9. Here we go, and I'm starting to hear that fire in the bellies of FURIA be vocalized.
They win this one. Yeah, good reason to do exactly that. Let's take a look because Vitality haven't started purchasing just yet. Nothing bought. 9 seconds left. It might be a little bit late out of spawn here. We go.
Going on?
I think they're working out if they want Zawu to AWP or not.
Okay.
And it looks like no. So it will be the AK, the util behind it, and smoke wall being lined up again. Which version? That's the question.
Quickie, that's for sure. It's already flying through the sky. Cross smoke deployed. Shox on a one-man mission. That's his style. Apex actually looking to join the old heads on one side of the map, and the new names linger in lobby. Lovely taps from Art. Nothing really too exciting to report, as Shox does manage to just about maneuver through. Oh, Honda bringing an aggressive flavor to lobby. And nothing to celebrate there. Good damage. Kyojin down to 36, but body dropped.
And he's pushing ramp right now.
Daiwu's holding him. Art meets Shox early. Vinny's already fallen on his aggression as well, so FURIA up against this 5 AK buy. Got nothing to show for it so far. Apex even to test them here on the site, and I think Yuri's living in a bit of a black box. Nice find from Keisaratu. If they could just find Shox, we're into a 3v3. It's not impossible. Art trying to have a little bit more to say about this round, and oh, I loved the ideas. I was just too smart. Yeah,
just ahead of that smoke by a second there. Art could have found an avenue to get back into this, but Keisaratu and Yuri will quickly be saving. You could see Keisaratu already in the depths of T-spawn, and I'm sure Yuri will be joining him shortly. But if you have a little bit of a look again, the economy does seem pretty flush right now. Art has 6.6, Honda with 4.7, 4.9 for Yuri. We're going to get 1.4k as a loss bonus. That's a lot of numbers right there, so if you didn't keep up with the maths, what this means is FURIA can buy next round. They can even have the AWP on Art if they would like. We do it both ways. We give you the tough stuff and we simplify it the best we can. Bomb about to go off. Vitality going to grab that lead, and important kill here from Kyojin. Rookie on rookie action right there. Ah, yeah, premonition.
He's just so smart, yeah.
Premonition right there. And
he's like, he's tagged, you say, and oh, I see him throwing a smoke, you say.
And it's Art.
What's his only option for success?
Oh dear.
Smart boy, smart boy. Let's go though. 10-9 full buy, of course, for the Vitality boys, and we are going to be seeing an immediate double AWP pulled out.
Ooh, Dorping right now, and Vinny actually on the secondary. When it's been Henny in the team, and when we've had Junior there, I'd say Vinny's not one of the key names to be picking up a secondary AWP by any means. Doesn't mean he can't do it, just means there's other players with priority in the past. Where are they going to take those AWPs? Because Yuri's currently towards Yard, one of them up towards Ladder. How
Yuri.
aggressive is Art getting with the AWP here, Alex? He's pushing Squeaky with the AWP.
I thought he has destabilized the wall of smokes with Incendiary. He hasn't.
This is mental from Art. He's pushing Squeaky right now. He's in lobby.
But at least get some information. The bomb's back there as well, and he's taken down Masuta. The swing from Kyojin couldn't quite get it on the mark, and Honda again falls flat. Kyojin's had no problems holding this lobby. It's a tough role. Not a lot of fun, not a lot of glory to be had as the default lobby holder. But when Art's throwing his body straight through the squeaky door, this time's not quite worked out wonders for him.
Okay, well, Shox has gotten towards the lower side. Kyojin is going to get out of dodge. 40 HP, or 37 to be exact, remaining. And now look where Shox is in that lower site. We're looking at 2 smokes remaining, one for Kyojin, one for Shox. So that means we can't do an on-the-fly smoke wall. And little to Vitality know, if they were to head towards ramp right now, that is one avenue that is completely free. They've hedged towards the top site here, the Brazilians. Vinny and Keisaratu, they could stop this in its tracks because it looks like the French are coming.
Shox makes noise lower. Vinny doesn't flinch. He has to pull the trigger successfully here. He does. Apex neutralized. They're trying to descend. Oh, great timings to bomb. It does go down, but immediately Keisaratu, careful now.
No.
What's going on? Caught with the molly, tries to burn out Kyojin, but now bomb retrieved. And Vinny, they know exactly where he is as well. Kyojin, more impact. Not only did he house that initial push, he's managed to get the bomb and recover it. And looks like Vinny's just accepted his fate on that one.
Yeah, now it will be yet another CT-sided save, but that was absolutely wild. If he had dropped the molly from above the vent and didn't have to get on in, that would have taken an extra 7 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, true. And the instant reaction as well of the Vitality boys, as soon as Vinny fires that AWP shot, they're screaming vent. They're just screaming it. Hut did manage to catch that frag. If that bomb had perhaps, he kills him a second earlier.
Would have been in the top side.
It's a different round.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Shox getting the kill on lower. You were hoping a rotation came in, but as soon as Apex knows that AWP's there, he's going to be pivoting around the bomb box. So this is Kyojin's double to kick things off. Art is so crazy. Art's pathing that round, up ladder, jump on the bomb silo, jump on top of Hut, and then jump in towards Squeaky Door and push. That was crazy. This is the last time out from FURIA. They used 3 in the first half. This will be the only one they can use in the second. You don't get any freebies. You can only use if your teammates call them. And they need to talk this through, and they've actually opted for the double AWPs again. So Vinny's saved AWP is great. Art has one as well, and he can even drop a rifle right now if he doesn't buy anything else. Looks like maybe there is already a gun available for Yuri here. Okay, no, it will be an org drop. So they have made this work. This is still a very scary looking buy and maybe something that Vitality won't be ready for. They know that there's one AWP, but two, that might catch them off guard here.
Especially if one of them goes for an aggressive maneuver. You might start maneuvering away from it to
into the second orb.
So yeah, let's cross our fingers and toes we get a close one here.
Yeah, look at the buy from Masuda. This is telling me we might see something fast here. It could just be a top play. He's also light on util. It's going to be ramp. It's a ramp rush.
Yeah, but you better believe Vinny's AWP is there. Chance. He's not flashed. He misses his chance. And immediately look at the space Masuda has taken. He might take hell as well. Oh my god, it's Hell in a Cell. He's right there. Anybody? Any info at all? Look at the time. 1 minute 33. Shox has full yard control.
Legends up ladder.
This is completely backwards. Yuri's concerned about main from the other side of heaven.
Art's coming up secret in a moment. How are we keeping track of all this?
Look at the minimap. It's completely flipped. 3 of them flashing in from heaven already.
This.
Oh god, and Kyojin's
shot.
Massive shot into the head, long range. They are naded, they know they're coming. Doesn't turn the flash. Yuri has to hit this shot. He babysits nicely, incredibly. Double, finally Apex contests. ZywOo and Apex partner up, and they don't have to rush this, but I think ZywOo wants to try and catch this player. First on main, there's another on site. K-Serato, oh, quick react onto ZywOo. Just about gets the job done, and now Vinny versus ZywOo. Huge advantage, but with a low HP and an AWP for Vinny, I'm not so sold.
They knew they forced him lower at the start of the round, but that was about, what, 40 seconds ago. Vinny could be absolutely anywhere right now, and ZywOo's walking into his clutches.
Wait, is he going down the vent? Vinny holds his nerve and hits the shot. FURIA needed that one. Can you explain the thought process, though? I think he just takes a gamble.
It is at that point because you have absolutely no idea where Vinny could be coming from. You're not going to be expecting an AWP player to be coming up the vent.
And Vinny's ready for vents?
Yeah, that's so crazy. Like the fact that ZywOo mollied it is trying to tell you, at least in my mind, says that maybe he's worried about the player in the vent. Whoa, that is very, very curious stuff right there. But this is a great shot from Kyojin. Then he gets ahead of himself, unfortunately. He blocks Apex first flash. Then they go on the second flash. Yuri's way too ready for that.
Right.
And look, they fumbled a little bit there, but otherwise it looked great from Vitality.
Like, get into Vinny's head for a second. Your teammates died top site. He's just thrown out a main smoke. He then mollies vents.
Yeah.
You sit there, and he just descends straight into the AWP. Ay, caramba. All right, 11 to 10. Apex is trying to get them back into the driving seat, get the mojo flowing. But it seems like FURIA, you know, I mean, it's not the best weapons for the job, but they're ready again to contest.
Yeah, they're kind of hurting on this one, and Vinny's dropped that AWP over for Art into an MP9. This is an important round for Vitality. The French could break their economy here.
Those smokes are all about to bloom in unison.
I think Shox is going to push through this. It looked like he was considering it here, but staying close so he can't be spotted from heaven. Ducking under, and he will have to deal with the AWP of Art. Apex is going to make it just in time as they start to fade, but this is the fight.
That's the cancel from Art. In fact, smoked it off, wants to reposition. Could perhaps peek on the other side of vent. ZywOo smoked off on ramp. Busy, though.
So juicy gap to work with.
No one's home. He might just try and exploit that gap.
Look at the heavy rotation. Vinny went under. K-Serato's here too. Shox has to be so careful.
Yeah, and he's faffing around with nades. Tries to bait it with the pin. No issue. Vinny's... Oh, actually, Shox is the one to open up proceedings. Pushes through. Vinny has managed to maintain ramp control for now. Vitality can go anywhere they want, though. They've got Apex secret. They know Yuri's typically hanging around that main side.
And they knew that Art was lower because he fired a shot. So K-Serato's gone down. That means that it's likely Art's have to hang around, and that is exactly the case. Art's starting to pivot now, back towards ramp. Vinny pushing through lobby. They might catch them off guard here if Vitality aren't quick.
Not a bad chance. Not bad at all. They are coming in now and down the vent. Oh, no, that's a perfect play. There's no one down.
Tricky business.
Yeah, AK upgrade for Vinny if he's interested. Instead, gets the frag. Oh, my God. Art just catches the shoulder of Masuda before he gets across. Apex keeps us level. We've got a brawl here on our hands for a crucial round of play. Vinny still making that MP9 work, dancing around. ZywOo demanded to clutch. First already, and Yuri very quick on the draw. Gary loves it. And that's 11.
They're letting him know right there. The war cries are coming on out in a big way, and the money, well, with that plan for Vitality, there's going to be a conversation to be had. They have 2 timeouts left, but FURIA have tied things up. We were talking a scoreline of blowout proportions. We were not thinking in that first half. just how FURIA were being handled. No matter what they did, this was going to be a close affair. And now it's on.
I almost feel silly for doubting FURIA.
Yeah, it's like, oh, 'cause that was the narrative. It's like, well, it was looking silly because they were getting shut down time and time again. But then once they broke them, the levy opened, and then from there, they were actually able to exploit rotations without using Yard.
And they're doing this with, you know, the hamstring of a player that seems, at this point in time, overwhelmed by the Vitality boys. Honda's been struggling. He's been fair play keeping the consistency. It's not like he's not trying the aggressive maneuvers.
He's doing the kills.
Precisely. He's doing his role. But the fact that FURIA is still making Vitality sweat.
Oh no, come on now, come on now.
He does, and he takes down the Woo. The best prize scalp you could have asked for on your opening maneuver. Shox, his head's going to be visible. Yuri finds him as well. FURIA are about to seize the lead here unless Vitality can somehow flip this script. They're all outside. Kyojin's concerned about the fast flank, understandably, when you're up against these Brazilians. Oh, Keiserato, good chance. Puts another body down. Masuta trying to trade as best he can, just as he averts his gaze. Another added to Keiserato's tally. 21, top of the scoreboard in the server. Keiserato, a quiet but solid performance here at LAN.
Oh, this has been heard. They know where Kyojin is, and those nades are going to signal that. It's only a matter of time here. Vinny from range, and that is a clean sweep right there. All 5 surviving, and FURIA, they are mounting right now on Nuke. Their map choice, you can see right here, top of the screen. Third, if we need it, will be Mirage. Overpass was a close affair, especially that first half. But here we go. Finally, it feels like FURIA have cracked this nut, and strangely enough, Vitality are opting back in. Not a full buy, but a pretty heavy investment. Shox into head armor with an AK, couple of pistols upgraded, a bit of util as well, and maybe some pace on this one as Squeaky's been naded open. Shox hoping that somebody puts their head in his crosshair.
You can see a great read of FURIA there and just anticipating something quick, something armored and Tech 90, because I just saw 5 incendiaries in the first 15 seconds.
Yeah, not wanting to let the fast players on the T side slip the net. Now they can kind of just guard their positions, right? And they have the weapon advantage. So the fact that they are a little bit lower on util, not a big deal, but this is interesting. A late smoke wall Yard. It's going to put a bit of doubt into those FURIA ranks. Art can see, however, if he just takes down Apex, he knows this is clear. The jump is spotted. He doesn't know for 100% certainty.
Vinny. Well, a lot to contend with, and that's a big opener from Shox.
Vinny's already low.
Yeah, and he's finished off as well. Perhaps Vitality have got more to say about this than we initially expected. Apex has used that wall to cross secret. Honda just walks lackadaisically straight into Shox's aim.
Like a bit of a lost boy right there. Could claw this back. Keiserato has been a beast here. He's found himself in lobby, can pivot wherever he needs, but if Apex continues this slow crawl, he might catch him in the back.
Booked him. Oh, Vitality. Everyone just getting caught out with knives out, backs turned. They've completely booked him. Art is on the low side.
Just as things started to look good as well, just as we were saying FURIA had the lead, and now this is not the type of round you want to be losing whatsoever.
Gonna lose everything as well. Another back turn moment. Ouch. That's gonna really leave a mark. Vitality have achieved a lot with that. That was Tech 9's and the hero. AK, as you discussed, you broke it down. Oh, look what it's done to FURIA. That could very well be the moment where FURIA are going to lose control of this one. This is the closing stages. Finances are such a key determining factor in the final 5. Shox winning that duel on Yuri before, like he had the AUG, he had them all lined up. Yeah. If he had an extra second to unload, that could have been a very different round. So Shox finding that frag when he did, a big reason why Vitality now boasts 12. And we look like we're going to be seeing a lot of action Yard right out of the gates here. I'm seeing smokes flying through the sky. Shox on his way through. It is just Eagles. There shouldn't be much more for them to say. They're even wall banging him.
They know he's there. Shox knows it's 100%. See that blood splatter?
Yeah,
The spam through the molly is just going to punishment for Keiserato. You either burn or you pick and you die. Either way, that's the first death.
And that's why you don't want to be clearing your decals on your tab.
Yes. It's good to have bound, but don't have it like super accessible.
Not on W.
Don't have it on Mounts 1 or something silly like that I've seen people talking about. The blood splatter can actually really help you in certain occasions, even in situations where you can see where a player has died and you understand an angle in which they were killed on. So there's little details that can really come into play. But if Vitality keep their cool in a round like this, they already have 2 opening kills. It's just a matter of grouping up, trading efficiently, getting yourself back into that lead. Round number 13 will be noted only momentarily. And you can understand the decision here from FURIA, right? May as well get a full gun round out in the next, because if they went for a buy and a purchase and it was subpar and then they lose that, that economy is just going to really just spiral out of control, because next round they're only getting 1900. So whatever you see right here in this right-hand column, assuming no more kills come in, add 1900 to that, and that's how much they're going to have to spend on their buy. So we'll see Art get back into the AWP if he wants. We'll see the utility, the Molotovs, the smokes, everything they need to stop those early pressure moments of the French. But when you win a low buy round, like what Vitality did, that works the other way. That gives them a bit more of an economy buffer, right? So you have to consider the swings and roundabouts of all of this. The bomb will go down. That's even more of a cash buffer, and Kyojin doing the most boring role, but one of the most integral.
Dude, I wonder what the head-to-head between Kyojin and Honda is.
Well,
I don't. Oh, actually, I can probably guess. I could probably guess. You're right. All right, fair play.
Poor Honda. He is having a rough go of things, right? And Nuke is not by any means just an easy map to pick up. I'm not trying to give anybody any excuses, but when you do consider this level of play, coming into play a technical map like this.
And the fact that your team actually play it differently to the entire Tier 1 scene, that might also play a part.
Yeah, find me another team who doesn't throw smoke walls yard on Nuke in Tier 1 Counter-Strike.
They're just the ultimate tactical hipster.
Yeah, because for the longest time we always... Oh, not bad from Vinny. The Zeus has converted an M4 and another frag. Setting themselves up nicely here. So 3 rounds for the French. FURIA need 1 to bounce back. Orp out for Art. Kit Watch at an all-time high, as Vinny will have 1 to his name. No molly for Art, no molly for Yuri. Everybody else is stacked on up. Can't believe we're going the distance here. Really did not feel the way when we started this map.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the opposite of Overpass, where we thought we had a competitive map and then we didn't. And now we didn't think we did, and we do. 13 to 12. What is he up to? Jumps straight into Zywoo. Airtime from Art. Trying to make a frag movie there. And someone's going to have to fill that void in the fragging department. If it's not Art this round, I don't know what will change this circumstances, because already Shox is across 4 lobby. Everything coming into place for Vitality. Who's holding ramp?
It is Vinny. He's just gotten over here.
Ooh. And a single flashbang. You might have to cancel that. You know, he stands and he fights nearly more than 1. He doesn't get anything. Kyojin and Masuta were both there, tagged, but not body bagged. K Serato with something. Another to find. Nice info play. Needs a quick scope. Can't find it. Shox. 1 for 1. Yuri at least keeps it level. 2 versus 3. It's competitive. And the bomb's currently going down. If he wallbangs the rafters, he's got something.
Hindsight, Molly might be a bit premature there. They could have used that as part of this retake, and now it's Honda, the rookie. He needs to do something, and he needs to do it now. 3 kills to his name. Oh, it's not going to change. Kyojin gets the better of him one more time, and now it's just Yuri who's going to do his best to pick up this AWP and get on out of dodge, but Apex, the in-game leader, denies it all, and that is 14 for the French.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a contrast. Oh! Get it in the heads. It's not just a game on the server nowadays. We're back, baby. 491 days, and now IEM Cologne. We start to see another element of the Counter-Strike gameplay.
Oh, the smack talk is half the fun. It is half the fun, and it's really just part and parcel of the game here. So Apex, he's firing himself up. He's letting him know. He's putting him on notice. This 2-0 is only 2 rounds away. And here we go again. We're back into play.
Courtesy mute. Got to respect it, but here we go. Big opportunity. Shox hasn't cleared his corner. Trigger discipline. Art strikes twice. With the AWP, he'd need a third. There's some support in the form of pistols, and FURIA has suddenly just brought it all through. Every frag connects. Bodies litter yard, and only Kyojin. His first LAN event, and he has been looking very comfortable. Honda, the same. At least in terms of first event, certainly not the same level of comfort, though, as he concedes his 20th.
Now this would be some clutch.
There's no way. There is absolutely no way. The bomb's in their grasp, AWPs and AKs posted up. Admittedly, a little absence in the armor.
That nade combo could be nice there.
Oh, it's not bad. It's actually onto Art, the kind of key ingredient in all of this. A good find in the off angle. Yuri should finish the job, but it's Vinny to put the final bullet in. Okay, FURIA, just what the doctor ordered. I mean, right at the 11th hour.
That was huge, right? The fact that that was the play, they know that they've been losing that yard traction, so even if they went out there and just killed Shox and Apex, who's traditionally been that 2-man pack, probably job done. But look at the wide swing. Art has picked Zywoo off yard a couple of times, and that's the difference with a player like Art. We're talking about these guys, you know, maybe not having the balls to do these plays on LAN. Well, he's done it right there, and in a huge round. Even Honda's found himself a kill in that one, but they need to be G'ing this kid up in a big way. Here we go again. It's the double CT-sided AWP. And oh, Art, you're putting yourself in the madness, my friend.
Such a madman. Oh, he's just been hunted down. Masuta descends the vents. K-Serato responds to the chaos in kind. Bombs down vents early. What? Help me. Vinny's there to contest. He's down ramp.
He has an AWP to do so. Shox could apply a lot of pressure here as well. He doesn't necessarily need to come through secret. He can just patrol and control some of these rotations. Look where Apex is as well during all of this.
Door's already open. If he drops the smoke, that bomb's down. If anything, he just wants to wait to make sure Apex is going to have a voice in the round if that bomb does get planted. There's still
no
floating
rush.
lobby.
There's really no rush. Right now, Vitality have a lot of real estate here and trying to claw back whatever they can. His FURIA, Yuri, he's going to see nothing with this. Once they get this window room controlled, they can completely deny Vinny with the AWP. A smoke to one side, a molly to the other, and then they can just enter in the site. And he's actually doing the courtesy for them, just dipping on back.
And they're crossing their T's, they're dotting their I's. Molly, smoke. No mistakes can be made. FURIA to try and contest this, they re-molly it. They've perfectly denied any chance to voice concerns. And there's still more where that came from. Another smoke available on Apex. They have done everything, converting the 4-man lower descent into a near impossible retake.
This round has just completely changed. It's already the save call here from FURIA. It's no longer about what they want to do. It's about what the French want to do. Do Vitality want to hunt? Do they want to try and take this away? Bomb is halfway ticked now, and they're not finding any resistance whatsoever. The call needs to come through very, very shortly if they want to put their foot on the gas and try and take away some of these guns. The save points on a map like Nuke, they're very, very far away. They're very tucked on in.
This is a really important save.
I don't think they're going to get close at all. The bomb's already way too far gone. Top side players will need to try and back on away from that bomb radius. And they should be fine, more than fine where they're planted right now. And they keep 4 alive, very important to do so. Enough money here for Honda or K-Serato to drop a gun to make this one work. They can stay competitive with a buy, but Vitality are taking a timeout to poise themselves here. They're looking good to close this.
And that only frag of that round.
Oh, Art in the vent.
Bingo.
Jeez, that just clicked.
Yeah, that's how that round started. That was the gap to the low site. Madness, absolute madness. Masuta just diving straight down after him.
I don't even know if they knew Art went down.
I'm not sure. I think he was just trying to get down there.
Yeah, that was just part of the strat, and luckily he profited.
Yep. All right, FURIA, well, you've got your backs up against the wall. The lower bracket looms. Vitality to throw the blow. We haven't seen Vitality lose a map yet upon arrival to Cologne. Can FURIA change the script? They've got very close. So far, an untarnished record for the French. Flamboyant, loud as ever. Double AWPs in play.
That's crazy. They went for that, right? They could have just got Vinny's AWP, given it to Art, had a rifle in play, and K-Serato could have gone with full utility. But instead, they've gone for that double AWP situation. And here we are. We're already back into action. All those protocol mollies drop. Smokes on both sides. Art completely obscured, and he gets the shot through the smoke. That's huge on the Shox.
Yeah, that's just pure luck. And oh my God, he nearly got another. Okay, a change for FURIA. An advantage right out of the gate. Yuri's playing around the smokes. Wonder if he can catch a glimpse of them. Masuta's responsibility of credit card, and Yuri's managed to make it a 5v3. Immediately equalized to an extent. Apex shaves one off of the disadvantage.
We might have heard Art's steps right here.
Yeah, they're actually opting to climb. You do have to make a sound cue. I think Art may have heard it. No, doesn't. Oh, checks it. Apex, bottom. Oh, missed shot. Huge miss. Apex has made it 3v3. They're 3 frags away from sending FURIA down.
Oh.
Yeah, K-Serato could put his bottom in the line any second. A shoulder. He's pushed through to lobby. The window for ZywOo to jump through has closed, and he realizes it as well.
Vinny is condemned to this lower site. He has to stay here, and he has the worst weapon for the job. Right now, Kyojin's making his way around towards ladder. ZywOo has to be so careful. He has the bomb on his back. Are they actually going to try and finish lower here? They are.
Yeah, but that smoke, what does ZywOo do with that information? He's been smoked off. He'll have about 20 seconds once it's faded.
This is perfect because Vinny has the AWP, right? If they pin him in, he's going to have to hit some absolute bangers of shots.
Kyojin can't go too early. And he has given him the fight. The smoke's still up. He can reposition. Vinny can delay everything here if he plays it right.
Also, I found the timing.
Oh, he knows where he is, but he's missed the shot. Vinny can still win the round. ZywOo's got the bomb on his back. ZywOo has to be out of action to get that bomb down. Flash and push. This is so brave. Go on! Not quite. Tags him to 50, 2 on 2. Close quarters, Zywa misses, K-Serato traded.
He needs the ace.
It's not all onto Honda. Can you do it? He can! He saves Fury. He's only had 4 frags in 28 rounds, but that one keeps Furia in it.
Oh my God, Apex there with almost the ace to get the team across the line. Absolutely mental scenes right there.
Wow, okay, we go again.
They stay alive, they stay alive.
Another double AWP out the gate.
Oh, dearie me. Okay. Is the timeout going to be taken by Vitality now? They may as well. Looks like they might be saving that if they do get to overtime here. Apex rescue mission. Honda, from 4 to 5.
That was it, dude.
Oh, the pressure on that one to carry them through. Okay, well, we go again.
Just someone get him a towel. Those palms are going to be sweaty. Vinny. He's going to be flashed off the line. Maybe someone gives him a shoulder before the pop, but he does pull the trigger, baited, tries to stick around, 1 for 1. Kyojin, another impactful frag, keeps it level, and a miss from Art. He's forced off the line by the Flame. They'll have to opt for Secret if they want to access the site. K-Serato's push has booked Shocks. That's a big start. And Kyojin looking to rush the plant. He's defended nicely. Masuta has all the ground to stop the contest. Timing on this. Vitality, they are down to just 3. But that bomb is ticking in their favor. Utility check. We have kits. Now we have a 3v3. Kyojin looking for more impact. Sees the shoulder. Kyojin, his first LAN, and he's secured it for them. Just Yuri now. Nothing they can say. Too much time. Looks like it's theirs, and the French wave adieu to Furia.